Okay, final thing before you take off. Text your wife. I didn't do that last time and she freaked out. I started contacting all my friends on Facebook. Send. Safer for me. Love you. Live you. Love you. There we go. Okay. No reverse today. Though I do need to practice my reverses. I've been flying at the beach recently and my reverse skills are garbage. I can get off the ground, but it's not pretty. Okay. Trimmers, check. Throttle. Definitely gonna need that. Wind shifted a little bit, but I can make that turn well. Okay. Okay, clear. Okay. We got full power. Brake. Brake. A. Tighten up those A's. Tighten up those A's. Okay, send it. Alright. We're looking good. Ooh. Little bumpy. Woo! Hopefully once I get a little bit higher over these trees, the turbulence will die down a little bit. This is a pretty cool field down here. But I'm going to hit it on the way back, because I bet it's pretty turbulent down there. It's surrounded by trees. But this is a private strip. I never met the guy who owns it. I don't even know if he flies his plane, but probably not see it on the GoPro, but he's got a little hangar there, an open hangar with a little Cessna 152 in it. The runway looks mowed, so you'd think he uses it, but I don't know. I've never seen him. So I usually come by here and foot drag it if it's calm enough, which right now it is not. This is a really good height to just cruise at. I don't know what my ground speed is, but it doesn't feel very fast. Probably 20 miles an hour, 25. I could check, but then I gotta pull my phone out, which everyone always asks me when they watch my videos. Aren't you afraid you're gonna drop your phone? No, I'm not. Although that would really suck, especially since I shared my GPS location with my wife, so she would see a rapid descent and then no motion for a long time. Never thought about that. So yeah, if I drop my phone, that would be really, really bad. So I'm going to try not to do that. Yeah, I was right, 20 miles an hour. We got to do better than that today if we're going to get out and back. Trims out. Okay. Let them out. There we go. Woo! 6 miles an hour out of it. Not bad. Well, that explains why my harness... Look at that. That is super shitty. I should have definitely noticed that in my pre-flight, and I did not. So, another learning experience. Check the other one. It's good. Luckily, all this does is hold the main strap down. So, it's not structurally needed for the harness. But it could have got sucked into the prop or something, which would have really sucked. Woo! Got some turbulence. So I'm going to tie that down for now. Call that good. I've not been flying in South Carolina for very long. I just moved here. I used to fly in Indiana, which is mostly fields, cornfields, and flat, which gets boring to look at, but it's good for flying because you have bailout options are basically unlimited. And you can fly more or less as low as you want for as long as you want, as long as you stay away from livestock and stuff like that. But I didn't realize what I had until I lost it, because moving to South Carolina, it is nothing but trees and swamp. So your bailout options are extremely limited. I'm mainly looking for people's backyards or little softball fields that are cut out of the trees, which would be a hell of a spot landing. And a lot of these, what appear to be fields, are actually probably 6 or 7 feet of brush. So there's some traffic coming in right above me. Yeah, he's probably 200 feet above me, where I just was. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro. Spooky. I wonder if he even saw me. I mean, right above me. Wow. I don't even see him anymore. Where did he go? There he is. I wonder if he just dodged me. That's the plane that they use for the local flight school there. I'll have to ask them when I get back if they saw me or not. Look at that field. See, that's a big enough field to take off and land in, but not with any amount of wind. It's a rotor nightmare down there. Even a 4-mile-an-hour wind would toss you around quite a bit in a field like that. For landing, no problem, but you wouldn't want to be launching in that with any amount of wind. Man, it is hazy. Where is that guy going? That road leads nowhere. Oh, never mind, there's a trailer back there. Fuck off, Mr. Leahy. So there's traffic again, same guy. Looks like they are doing touch and goes. And he is low. So there was some fields out here, I thought, before, but I'm not seeing anything anymore. I'm just seeing trees. Man, I'm glad I remembered my hoodie today. It's getting chilly. I flew at the beach last week, and I brought a long sleeve, like a hoodie or a jacket with me. And of course, thinking about everything else I had to do for my high wind launch, I forgot to put it on. And I froze my ass off. So that was not good. There's someone looking at me. Hello. Taking a picture. Or aiming a gun at me. I can never tell. This wing is for sale. I'm going to be buying another wing shortly. Hopefully I'll be getting it anyways. This is a 23-meter Revo 3, and I really like it, but I want something a little bit faster, a little bit higher aspect ratio, something with 2D steering. Because when I practice my Acro on this, it's fine. It's just a little sluggish. I got to rock it back and forth more to get really get going. It's getting chilly. I always think about this would really suck to drop my glove into my propeller. No bueno. Do the old throttle switch. Go back to my left-hand throttle skills. I love when the sun goes behind the clouds like that. That's awesome. That's beautiful. There's your picture right there. Feet up into the sunset. Amazing. Okay, we can drop down now. If I start feeling turbulence, I can always pop back up. But I'm in glide distance to this whole field right now. Ooh. Hold a little loose.
Baby, please have a little patience with me.
field out. I flew over this before. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know. Some old drainage or something. They mine a lot of stuff here, but I don't know what you mine in a pattern like this. These roads look really used. They're nice gravel roads with fresh tracks on them, so I don't know what these fields are. I don't know what this is. Good hunting area is what it is. Look at all those deer. What the hell is that? No, those are pigs? No, turkeys. Huge turkeys. I'm flying at 500 feet right now, and I can see those damn things. Well, they look like deer. Oh, I was. Let's circle around and see, get a better look at them. Yo, big ass turkey. Damn. One thing I'm always looking out for, and all paramotor pilots should look out for, while they're flying over fields during hunting season, is hunters. Not that you're not allowed to fly by a hunter, but let the dick move. Sitting out here all day or all night, wait. You come by and buzz the field. You might push one toward them and they like you, but chances are that you will not do that, that you'll push them into the woods. So if you see a hunter hunting the edge of the fields here, just duck out, get out of there. It's amazing the laws, or the lack of laws that govern what we can do on paramotors, and I think as a pilot, a paramotor pilot, it's your responsibility to make sure that you're not only following the laws, but just being courteous. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So just because you're allowed to fly near people and over people's fields, stuff like that, you know, you don't want to scare people's livestock or piss off hunters or scare anybody, or just, you know, even noise complaints are a thing with these. So there's enough space for you to go and get away from people. So just do that. That's my lesson for this flight. So this field was fenced off. I saw back at the entrance there. So I don't know what the hell this is, but it's not very windy down here. So I'm thinking about going trims in. I'm going all the way in. Yeah, slowing her down. I'm gonna go down here. Check it out. Ooh, it's warmer down here too. Speaking of hunting, flying has been absolutely detrimental to the amount of meat that I put in my freezer every year. The best times for hunting are also the best times for flying. And given the choice, I always seem to go flying. I don't know why. I wonder. But truthfully, I get more of a rush out of hunting than I do flying. Flying is just so much damn fun. Hunting is a rush. And it's relaxing too, sitting in a tree, falling asleep in your tree stand. Especially if it's a little windy, the tree will rock you back and forth slowly. But it's so relaxing. Until you hear a twig crack and your heart rate starts pumping and you grab your bow, and man, that's an awesome feeling. There's like no turbulence down here. The wind is almost nil. Still haven't got to the tree line yet, but I'm going to keep going lower. This is awesome. There it is. There's that rotor. That's probably as low as I want to go today. Look at that. So there is a tanker vehicle in here. Man, you know what I'm doing? I'm stumbling on meth labs, and I'm going to get shot. Because what the hell else is going on back here? Yeah. Well, there's construction equipment. That makes me feel a little safer. If you're cooking meth, you don't need construction equipment. Do you? I don't know. Oh my God. This is awesome. How else could you do this? Even with an ATV or a dirt bike, which I love dirt bikes, but you can't do this. This is private property. You can't get back here. You can't experience this. You can't get this perspective, although now that I'm talking about it, this would be badass on a dirt bike. Well, maybe not. Even if they get speed to clear any of this. Oh, there's a hawk right here. I'm not going to chase it, kick it. That was a joke. Some of the people that watch a lot of YouTube flying videos will know what that was about. Oh, this is freaking awesome. Woohoo! Yeah, there's nowhere else you could do this. Right over the treetops. Oh man. Successful impromptu flight. No plan. That's where I saw those turkeys. They're long gone now. Turkeys will spot you blinking in the woods. Their vision is insane. Or their hearing is insane. I don't know. I don't hunt turkey. But whenever I'm deer hunting, it's rare that a turkey will not spot me when I move, if there's one around. Oh, this is freaking awesome. Look at this. All new tree growth. I've definitely scared away all of the deer that were here, if there were any. So hopefully no one's hunting this. Although, if you watch this video and you own this property, which the odds of that happening, slim to none, but if it does happen, and you have a deer problem, and you want someone to take care of that for you, comment down below, because I'd love to help you out with that. Or a pig problem. If you've got an issue with hogs, I can help you out. Alright, so we are officially 23 minutes away from sunset, and I've got the strobe going, so that means I got an hour left of flying. I don't know how much fuel I have. I should have another hour of fuel. Oh, this is so kick-ass. I'm foot dragging this. You have to. Look how smooth it is. Oh, I guess I'll feel out the turbulent situation first. Oh, look at this. I don't even have to foot drag this. This is just cool. So there you go. Technically not trespassing. Speed limit sign. Yeah, I'm officially lost. I don't know what this field's for. I don't know what goes on back here. Except for flying. Oh man, this is so badass. Oh, and the sunset's gonna be awesome. We'll pop up. We'll pop up at sunset and get a good view of that. God, this is so badass. If you have a job and any money for a hobby at all, and you don't have a paramotor, I don't know what the hell you're doing. So we could get some rotor around these trees, so hands on. Nothing. No turbulence. Dead down here. But yeah, if you have any money at all for a hobby, which any hobby, like riding dirt bikes or anything like that, I always say it's like $10,000 to get into it. Once you nerd out over all the gear, safety equipment, stuff like that, you're $10,000 into any hobby. So that's what about it costs to get into paramotors. Even lower than that if you get into used gear, which I did not know when I got into this sport. You know, I bought my my motor brand new. So even so, it was only like around $5,000. And my wing I bought as a gently used demo, which was discounted to like $3,000. But even that, I sold some dirt bikes and some other stuff and got into this. And I mean, it's expensive, but it's not, right? I mean, you own an aircraft that you can fly more or less anywhere you want. And it's even easier than flying an airplane, I think. It's more accessible anyways. Obviously, there's no legal licensing required. And, you know, you don't need to go to an airport to fly if you have access to a field or something like that, which is just badass. Man, look at this. I'd love to fly back here, but I don't know. It looks so wet, swampy. I'm going to do it anyways. I see some logging roads I can stay near if I go down. But man, would that hike suck. So you know what? Never mind. Choose a safer route today. I'll do that when I come back here with someone else. What was I saying? Getting into paramotors, yeah. Yeah, let's just talk about that. Getting into paramotors, what do you do? How did I get into it? Well, I tell this story a lot, so I'm used to it. My stepdad bought me a drone for Christmas, a little one of those little ones with a tiny little camera on it for like 50, 60 bucks or whatever it was. Something cheap. So I was flying that around, taking video around my neighborhood, and drones are a hobby in themselves, and so I started looking into that, at some of the more expensive drones and FOV, like RC aircraft, and things like that. And the best way to look into that stuff is on YouTube. So I'm on YouTube watching videos of drones, and on the sidebar, one of the suggestions was paramotors, or powered paragliders. I clicked it, and that was that. I mean, the first video I watched, I thought to myself, that's it, that's what I'm doing. No question in my mind. And then I proceeded to watch hundreds of hours of YouTube. I don't think Tucker was that popular when I started. Actually, I know he wasn't. Surely not as popular as he is now, but it's nice now that he is as popular as he is, because you'll stumble upon his videos before you stumble upon some of the lesser, I don't know how to say, but some of those shitty videos, you know what I'm talking about. But that's where I started, watching all those videos, and that's one of the first things I noticed was people bashing other people in this sport. So since it's so unregulated, and at the time it was still pretty, I'd say, unpopular, it's grown so much in the past few years alone that it's so much easier to get educated. But at the time, it's just people bashing other people's equipment, saying you'll die if you fly this wing, you'll die if you fly that wing, this motor's better than this motor. But the truth is, there's a lot of good wings, a lot of good motors. And, you know, you should find a dealer that is objective. So there's benefits to certain motors, and hopefully the price reflects that. But really the best is Facebook groups. So reach out to some Facebook groups and start talking to people and find out where pilots are, where they live. And most pilots are happy to reach out, talk to you, and give you their opinions, and that's the best way. I just recently started doing that, and it's been awesome. Asking for advice on gear and things like that. But anyway, I was going to train myself when I saw this. I taught myself how to ride a motorcycle, taught myself how to ride a dirt bike, taught myself how to do most things, how to work on cars, two-stroke motors, rebuild stuff. Obviously, help from other people, but no formal training for anything I do. So I thought, I can teach myself how to do that. And soon realized that's a stupid thing to do. So you don't need training, which is an awesome thing in the sport. What was I saying? Yeah, so I wasn't going to get training. I thought I could teach myself. And then by chance, I looked for paramotor schools. I thought I was going to fly out to California. And it turns out there was a place called Midwest Pod Paragliding. Shout out Dave Halcomb. And it was like 15 minutes from my house. So I could not believe it. The next day I drove out there just to talk to him. Well, I texted him immediately. He said, come on out anytime. I came out, watched some people training, and it was awesome. And this is after, right, hundreds of hours of watching YouTube videos. And so I finally got to touch a wing. I finally got to touch a motor. Got to see one. Got to... Dave knows what he's doing, right? He straps the motor on you right when you get there. He doesn't fire it up or anything, but just lets you feel it. And he knows what he's doing, right? The second he puts the motor on, he knows you're coming back. And it worked. It totally worked. He got me. So I bought the training. I bought the gear. I could not be happier. I fly mini plane top 80, which is a smaller motor, but there's a lot of big guys that fly these things. And if you know how to fly, you don't need a huge motor, especially if you're not doing tons of acro. I'm not going to lie, I want a bigger motor because why not? That Air Conception is calling my name, and I will have one soon, but I have no complaints about this motor. It's tried, true, A lot of people fly this motor. It is awesome. And yeah, I just love it. So anyway, that's my story, how I got into paramotors. I guess we can go a little bit further into that. So went out there, got training, went out there for one night. We went through the syllabus, which I had already read the Powered Paragliding Bible, which if you're not familiar with that, just go on Amazon and type in PPG Bible or Powered Paragliding Bible, whatever it is. I think they're on revision 4 right now. At the time I bought it was revision 3, but it's an awesome book. Tons of information. I actually still read it from time to time whenever I have questions. But anyway, I had read that book, so that PPG 1 syllabus was easy for me to get through. And like I said, I had already planned to train myself, so I had done tons of research. So the next day, I drove out there at night, and we went through the syllabus. And the next day, went out there in the morning, and I kited for a few hours, or maybe it was the evening, I don't know. I kited for a long time, and then that was also the day of my first solo, so they ended up training me in one day, and it was friggin' awesome. Your first flight on a powered paraglider is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, man, I've buzzed around this field for a while. Ooh, there's a train. I'll never get there in time, but that would be cool. Maybe I will. Let's go trim out. Maybe it's a really long train. Nope, I can see the end of it already. Damn it. I've always wanted to fly over a train with my GoPro on. I've flown over one before without my camera, but yeah, it's gone already. Alright. So I'm going to try not to fly directly into the sun, even though that's the exact direction of the airport. That makes for some shitty GoPro video. But I got to get back. Going tricky. I can't make up my mind on the trimmers today. But I'd rather fly slow because it's getting chilly. So looking for traffic again. Man, that's awesome. I don't know if the GoPro's seeing that with the sun there, but that looks frickin' sweet. In fact, sweet enough for a picture. So, gotta lick my finger again. This is dangerous. Wow. Hell yeah. Oh, that's not the camera video, or pic, but damn it. Alright, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. That is amazing. Always got to get your feet in there so people know you're flying. Hell yeah.
Then I would cry. Baby,
Woohoo! That's a good landing. Don't like this guy's SRT. Okay. Terrible landing, actually. Wing smacks down on its leading edge. That's not good. That's rookie shit. But I was freaking out about hitting this guy's Hellcat, which would be really shitty. Which, by the way, that is a pretty sick-ass Hellcat. I love that color. Drop my brake. No good either. Man, I hate when I do that. Whenever I do these no-wind landings on this wing, it overflies me. And so, I have the brakes high and as tight as we'll go without deforming the trailing edge, and I still can't pull on a brake to get this thing to stop. So that is my one complaint. But it's no good slamming that leading edge down like that. As long as it's a rare occurrence. And I also don't like landing on concrete. So, yeah, this is a good what not to do video. Poor wing maintenance. What an awesome flight that was. Man, I gotta pee. Whew.
Alright. That was a freaking awesome flight. Looks like an hour and 18 minutes. That was a good flight. And some airspeed. I'm gonna have to do that one day. Get my private pilot's license. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just keep flying paramotors. I don't know.